Laysboro, here we are looking at some toys. I went to the swap meet and yard sales yesterday, swap meet this morning, and picked up some stuff, some cool toys, collectibles. Let's see what is going on for this week. This is what, the second weekend in October. Alright, first of all, let's see the stuff I got for the girls. Found this little Sesame Street Cookie Monster, little suitcase looking thing. Pop this bad boy open. And it's got like, numbers. And these little cookies pop out. And it reveals a different character. There's Grover. Pop that cookie out. There's Abby. And then, of course, it's got some numbers there. You pop those out and it has, different animal that has, you pop the 8 out, it'll have 8 of those animals. So just a cool little thing to work out their finger dexterity, and then also to introduce them to numbers. So I think 19-year-old Paige will love that. She is in the Sesame Street hype mode right now, so I got something she'll probably dig. I'm a big fan of like metal signs, superhero ones and then vintage ones. But this is one that will kind of go with the girls' theme. Unicorn parking only. Violators will be turned into rainbows. So I like the color scheme on that. I think that'll go good in the girls' room. And for Penelope, my 3.5-year-old, here's a little Sophie the First, one of the Disney princesses of the newer generation. And here's a Sophie the First backpack. Alright, so that's the girls' cut. Now let's see, what stuff is going to go to Daddy, and also what stuff is going to be sold at a couple of my places. I got Super Cheese Comics and Collectibles here, located in downtown Toys and Comics on 19th and L Street. A lot of comic books, a lot of books, vintage toys, And then I have another vintage toy showcase here in the Central Park Antique Mall. That's on 19th and R Street. And a lot of my loose figures I put here, as well as a lot of some vintage toys. I got some cool vintage board games, an erector set from the 50s, and then a lot of like cartoon toys. A lot of my Disney miniatures, stuff like that is at the Central Park. So that's where some of this stuff will go. I forgot there's the little Downtown Toys and Comics logo. It's pretty cool. All right, what else is going on here? We got, you always got to look at some collectible glassware, stuff with licensed property on it. This stuff is way overpriced at retail, in my opinion, so anytime I see stuff like this at yard sales or swap meets or thrift stores, I'm picking it up. So there's Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. All right. Some more Disney stuff here. This is a little children's book, Walt Disney's Story of Dumbo. This one's cool, though. This is a book that was paired off with a record. Vinyl record. You'd play it, and it would kind of read the story off. It would have some sound effects and some other cool stuff. And then you get to read along with this little book. And this was a line of stuff. Disney did it. Superheroes had a line of this. All kinds of stuff. It morphed into cassettes in the 80s. But, yeah, this is from 1977, I believe. So, there you go right there. Pretty cool. The Humans. The Humans is a image. This is a graphic novel. I think it's the first 4 issues or so, first 5 issues of the Image comic book series, The Humans. And this is like a kind of a post-apocalyptic landscape. It's a biker gang of monkeys, basically monkey biker gang called The Humans. The coolest part about this, as you know, we're Lazy-Borough. We're here located in Bakersfield, California, is where I do most of my toy hunting. And The Humans is about As you can see there, they're biker gang from Bakersfield, so, you know, little piece of local fiction there. There you go, The Humans. The Humans is not for children, by the way. This is a mature reader only title. I would thumb through it a little more, but there's some images that would pop up that probably get me in trouble. All right, and this one here, this one actually came from my antique mall spot at Super Cheese Comics and Collectibles here. You know, I'm not the only vendor there. There's dozens and dozens of toy, comic book, and collectible vendors. The whole antique mall is comprised of them. It's like a little mini Frankensons. And one of the vendors there, you know, I do a lot of shopping with a lot of the fellow vendors there, and he had this. And anything Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker, green lightsaber, you know, black clad Jedi Luke Skywalker, that was my guy. I talked about it in a video last week. Return of the Jedi was the first Star Wars movie I ever saw as a kid, so this one, any kind of merchandise that has the Luke on it, with the green lightsaber especially, I'm going to pick that up. So this was kind of a things to do and make. It was kind of a craft book from 1983, so it actually has some fun stuff in it, but I really wanted it just for that cover. I thought it was sweet. That one's a personal collection, definitely. All right. Now, let's see, we got through there's one. Now, this might be something, it might not be. We'll see. Okay, so it's VHS. Rescuers Down Under. This is one of the sequels to the Disney movie The Rescuers. I think it was like might not even be the second. This might have been the third sequel. Right? Not the most famous of the Disney movies, right? It's not as critically acclaimed or beloved as like Little Mermaid, Lion King, Aladdin, you know, some of those. But the reason I did get this tape is, as I was looking through it, I don't know if you can see it here on video, but there's a circle here right in the middle. And in that circle in gold writing, it says demo tape. This tape is for promotional use only. It is not for sale or rental. Okay, so I was like, and then there was another Rescuers Down Under tape right next to it, the regular retail, you know, the one you'd find at retail stores. And it had like a more yellow, this is kind of a goldenrod logo. It had more of a canary yellow logo. You know, and it didn't have the promotional thing. So I kind of was able to kind of compare the difference. I open it up and it has the whole watch sales go over the top with the Rescuers Down Under. So what this is a promotional tape that was sent to probably, you know, video retailers, rental places, stuff like that, so that they could kind of order this and stock their stores with it. So I don't know. Disney, you know, it's got the Black Diamond label there, so it's a Disney Black Diamond demo tape. Might mean something, might not, who knows. It just caught my eye as being something a little more unique than what you usually see. So, you know, hey, it's a VHS tape. It might make a 25-cent VHS tape 50 cents, who knows. But there might be a niche collectible market for something like this. So we'll see. Famous line, I'll do a little research. Okay. Now, oh, here we go. Before we get into Lucy's, because I mean, I love loose action figures, man. I love finding loose action figures, but this one was cool. I mean, in the box has seen better shape, definitely. Definitely. But as you can see, the writing's in Japanese. This is a cool import toy. It was made by Sega. It's called a Sega prize toy, but it's not R2-D2. He's got the red paint scheme. I think it's, what is it? It's R4-P17, I think, is the name of this droid. But it's a cool import toy. Everything there written in Japanese. So hard to tell exactly what it is for me because I don't read Japanese. That's cool. It's like a 1 in 10 scale PVC droid figure there. So I don't know. You don't see a lot of impact. I found this one at the swap meet. You don't see a lot of import toys at the swap meet. And so if you can pick it up for just a couple of bucks, why not? All right. let's get into some loose figures. Found a bag of, it looks like Ninjago. Lego minifigures is what these are. Just a bag of Lego minifigures. And they're all from the Ninjago. I don't see any superheroes. You know, Marvel, DC. I don't see any Star Wars in there. Looks like it's all Ninjago. It's cool. But yeah. About a dozen or more Ninjago minifigures there. There's Captain America. Captain America. This is from the Marvel Toy Biz line from 1990. These came in the gray packaging with the cool Marvel logo in bold red. But yeah, 1990 Captain America. It doesn't have his shield, but oh well. This one is cool. This is the Cog. This is the equivalent to the Putty. He's the henchman, kind of the punching bag for the Power Rangers. This came out of Zeo. Zeo, which was I guess the one that came out right after Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If you don't count that Alien Rangers one, that one was weird. But Power Rangers Zeo, led by Tommy. He was the Red Ranger at this point. You know, Tommy's most famous for being Power Rangers Green Ranger and then morphed into the White Ranger for like the Power Rangers movie and so on. But he was the Red Zeo Ranger for this series. And this was a really cool series. Like Zeo kind of like closed out the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers chapter of the Power Rangers saga. So that's a Cog. Picked him up because I didn't have one of him in my displays, Power Ranger displays, and I need them. They need to be beaten up on somebody. Okay, here is a what is he, about a 11-inch, 10-inch, 11-inch Donatello here. And not a lot of articulation, you know. He moves at the shoulders. He kind of moves here at the hips. No knee or elbow articulation. Wrists don't even really turn. You know, just meant to be a cool standing piece there. Which, like I say, toys, articulation I'm not too worried about because toys 99.x% of their time, they're just standing there, you know. Maybe if I'm doing a photo shoot or something or want to do some kind of cool pose, you know, articulation will matter. But for the most part, all toys are statues. For most of their life, they kind of just sit there, or stand there. So, you know, I don't mind a lack of articulation. Donatello wasn't the only one. We also found his brother, Raphael. And these are cool. These are from the, 2014 Nickelodeon cartoon series. Really, really like that, especially the latest Ninja Turtles marketing push, Rise of the Ninja Turtles. Not the greatest toys. Not really the greatest cartoon either, so... I guess we'll just keep you guys right there. And another Ninja Turtle find was this very large plush. Yeah. It's pretty clean, very bright. Got a lot of plush a lot of plush toys over at this spot at 19th and L Street. A lot of plush toys. A lot of plush characters from Pokemon, Mario, superheroes obviously, a lot of Ninja Turtles. So I do a lot of I like the plush toys. Okay, let's get into well, you've been seeing this for the whole video. Let's just get into it. There is Napoleon Dynamite with his classic Vote for Pedro shirt. And unfortunately, I need to put a new battery in him. He takes a little watch battery because I would love to hear what he says. So we'll get a battery in that and see what phrases Napoleon Dynamite utters there. But that's a pretty cool Napoleon Dynamite. All right, and then some Wrestlers. Always pick up Wrestlers. Every week I find Wrestlers. This one has seen better. This is Ken Shamrock from the old Jax line. And man, wrestling figures have come a long way since this. This is what, 19? And I mean, by the look of this figure, you think it's like vintage. It's not. I mean, it was like 1998. when this Ken Shamrock figure came out. This is like 97, 98, so there's really no excuse for figures to be this horrible by that time. You know, by 1998, McFarlane Toys was producing incredible detailed figures. So, man, look at that Shamrock. He looks like his face has been run over. That's bad. This one looks a little bit better. This is kind of from the same line, same era. But here is The Rock. And like I say, this was Jakks. They didn't go full 6-inch scale, but you know, this one's pretty cool. He's got his little Brahma Bull tattoo there. All right, here's a little bit later on Jakks. This is probably 2002, something like that. And this is Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. Like that one. Found a basic Mattel AJ Styles. This is one of the earlier AJ Styles figure. AJ Styles, they've made so many AJ Styles figures. He's kind of a peg warmer, like at Walmart and stuff, like the new versions of AJ Styles. Kind of a peg warmer, man. There's so many Elites and, you know, Mattel AJ Styles figures. But this is just a basic one, and I think this is one of the first basic ones AJ Styles had when he first came to WWE. Gosh, when did he debut? It was like Royal Rumble 2015 or 2016, somewhere in there. 2015. And this was my favorite wrestling figure find of the day. All those wrestling figures I just showed you came from a yard sale pretty late in the day. I paid $0.25 each for those. In case you're wondering why I would buy that gnarly Shamrock, hey, for $0.25, I will pick up anything. And this one here, found at the swap meet this morning, and he's Jakks Deluxe Aggression. And he's a best of 2008. He has the stamp there, but that's CM Punk. And this is one of the cooler, detailed ones. You know, the Deluxe Aggression were scaled a little bit larger, way more articulation. You know, they had the trunk articulation here. And then more attention to things like tattoos. You know, he's got his straight edge markings there on the wrist. He even has his lip piercing here. Let's see if we can see this. He's even got his lip piercing. So trip. All right, CM Punk. And man, I realize I think he left WWE in 2013. Like, it's been a while since we've seen CM Punk. But still one of the most talked about figures in wrestling. Even though he's been away for such a long time, people are still excited to see what CM Punk is doing, where he's going. You know, the rumors of him doing commentating on Fox and some sort of pre-game or post-game, you know, SmackDown thing. You know, rumors run rampant when CM Punk is around. And a couple other wrestling figures I got. Now, these boxes are haggard, and I will crack these out of the boxes. But these are the 12-inch fully posable ones. These called the Maximum Aggression. These came from Jakks. That's pretty cool. There's a Randy Orton. The Viper, Randy Orton. Still doing it to this day. And like I say, I will crack them out of these boxes because the boxes are not in great shape at all. Looks like there's been like moisture damage and stuff on them. And of course, there's John Cena. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect t-shirt there. And same thing, this is one of those 12-inch deluxe aggressions. So, like I said, that box has definitely seen better days. So we'll crack those figures open. Okay, now let's get into my favorite stuff, which is robot toys. And the latest robot toy pickup today, and I got this from another vendor here at Downtown Toys and Comics in the 19th Street Antique Mall. One of the big vendors there, Coach's Corner. Really good toy hunter there. Find some cool, unique stuff. And last week, I purchased from him a couple of other Power Ranger Megazords from Lightspeed Rescue. What did I get? The Solar Zord and what was it? Oh, the Megazord from Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue had some really amazing Zords. They really did. All the Zords were really good looking. The Solar Zord's cool, the Megazord, and then this guy here, the Lightspeed Megazord. Also called, I think, the Rescue Sentai from Sentai Go-Go 5. You know, the Japanese properties that all these Power Ranger shows are based on. But that is an awesome looking one. Don't have a sword, unfortunately, but no problem. I'll find it. But love him. 9-inch, and he kind of bends at the knees. He's got more articulation than a lot of these superhero toys that I showed off. But really cool Mega. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I love these brightly colored robot toys. And he's not the only robot toy I got. About a month ago, and I posted a video, the YouTube channel I started just a little over a month ago. And one of the first videos I posted, I found this guy. I found this guy at the swap meet. I was pretty happy. He was pretty cheap. Only problem was he was missing his hands. The hands are kind of spring-loaded, and they don't actually shoot out like missiles. They're supposed to be in there. So I was a little concerned that, like, oh man, these aren't going to be some hard accessories to find. But I was able to find this exact equivalent of it, missing a lot of the stickers. You know, the one that I bought previously has full range of stickers all over the arms, all over the legs, the quads, there on the trunk, underneath the chest. All the stickers are there. This one, as you can see, missing a lot of those stickers, you know. Missing a lot of those stickers. What he was not missing, however, was his hands. So, I found the hands. These are the hands that go into this Megazord, the 9-inch Megazord. And I found the Megazord at a swap meet, a month ago. It was on video. Found this guy yesterday. So I found the hands yesterday, and about 2 weeks ago, I found this sword to the Megazord. So, now that I have the hands, I can attach the sword, and I'll be able to attach the hands onto this Megazord. And now, this figure, which was pieced together from 3 different swap meets, essentially, will be complete. The only problem is, there's one little issue, is in order to put these hands into his arm sockets here, I'm going to have to unscrew right here and kind of open this up just a little bit just to get it in. However, that is going to put pressure on the stickers. So I have the choice now. Do I peel the stickers off just here on the lower part of the arm? Do I peel the stickers off before I unscrew it and put the hand in? Or is that going to be too much? Is that going to be too delicate? And is it better to just take like an X-Acto knife, a razor blade, and just make a precision cut so that I can split the arm, you know, just wide enough to get the hand in? So I don't know. This is going to be my project this week. When I'm not at work or cleaning or hanging out with the kids, I will be trying to figure out the best way to insert the hands into my Megazord without messing up the arm stickers that much. So there you go. Some people like gardening. Some people like, working on cars or other sorts of hobbies. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to put plastic hands in my plastic robot without compromising the integrity of my stickers. That's what life is for Lazy Burrow. All right. Well, there you go. That was toy hunting this weekend. Not buying in bulk. I like to just cherry pick. It's one of my favorite things to do. Just kind of dig through a bin of toys. And yeah, I will add this stuff to my other displays at my various antique malls or here in my personal collection. And if there's anything you guys are interested in, it'll be out there for sale. Thank you for joining me, guys. Oh, and one other thing. Next week, I'm excited to attend. I'm not selling here, but I just kind of want to go shop and hang out, have a good time, see if anyone's got some cool vintage toys there. This is the 28th Annual Old Time Peddlers Fair, Antiques and Collectibles. It's going on at the Kern County Fairgrounds. 2-day antique show, as you can see there. Actually, it's 3 days. Got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Friday looks like it's kind of a preview night. But basically, yeah, little antique show. So I will definitely check that out at the fairgrounds. We have those big pavilion buildings, so we fill up those buildings for like the Bakersfield Comic Convention, our largest comic convention that we have here every year. That goes on every November. We fill up those pavilion buildings, so there's a lot of square footage there, which means a lot of vendors. So yeah, hopefully you find some cool vintage toys there. Something else to do besides just yard sales and swap meets. At a thing like that, you're probably not going to find stuff for cheap. You might have to pay for it, whatever you find, but there's a possibility you find something really, really cool and unique that's worth shelling out, some money for. Can't bargain it up all the time. Sometimes as a collector, you gotta pony up a little bit of money when you see something that's really cool and unique and something that would be perfect for your collection. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. This is Lazy Burrow. I do this almost daily. Whenever I come up on some finds from the thrift store, from yard sales, from swap meets. And if you like it, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends, spread it on social media. All that stuff helps out. Thanks a lot, guys. It's been Lazy Burrow. We'll see you next time.